Hi, everybody. So, a bit of alchemy. I'm Rick Barrett. Welcome. I've been thinking about a lot lately about imagination in Tai Chi and in martial arts in general, internal arts in general, and how important it is. And and it kind of spills over into actually everything in life. And so I started with a definition, a very sort of generic definition that I found in a Merriam-Webster that it says the mental faculty or capacity to form new ideas, images, or concepts of external objects not present to the senses, or to creatively rearrange past experiences. It is the power to visualize what has not been seen or experienced. And I think we can expand that and make it even more general, basically to say that anytime you're thinking about something that is not present to the senses, it is more or less, and mostly more, imagination. I thought of like, okay, I'm sitting with a cat in my lap, and the cat is very substantial. It's present to my senses. I'm actually perceiving it with all three eyes: my eye of flesh, eye of mind, and eye of spirit. And so, consequently, my imagination of the event is at pretty low on the scale of imaginary. And then, but if I were someone to take a picture of me with a cat and later show me that picture, it becomes less substantial. It's more of a mental event at that point. It may evoke some eye of spirit, also maybe some emotion or whatever, but the my sense information is limited to what I'm perceiving with my eyes through the while I'm looking at the photo, and then uh, even later say no photo and just say, "Hey Rick, remember that cat?" And now it's become almost purely a mental event. That is a pure abstraction. So anytime we're thinking about something, we're turning it into a mental object. We're objectifying it, which is perfectly natural, and that's actually good. That's how we think, and that's how we communicate and move things along. But we recognize at that point that we have to use the imagination to do that. The sense information has withdrawn so that it's very insubstantial event. And if I'm imagining a pizza, that's very different than eating a pizza. And so, anytime we are mentally objectifying something, we are imagining. And I was thinking about what we're doing in Tai Chi, because a lot of when we start off, we're trying to get it right. And we're thinking about what we're doing. What's the next move? Am I getting this right? What am I? We're getting into our thoughts about the event, and we are imagining the event rather than actually feeling it. Yet we need to imagine. I need to imagine, say that, oh, I'm going to be doing Young Ching Fu's 13 original postures here shortly. And I'm imagining my future, which is absolutely necessary for what I'm trying to do. But then whenever I'm doing it, there is a little dance that is occurring between the insubstantial and the substantial. And we have to be able to imagine what this is going to feel like so that we can then feel like it. We can actually feel it. So particularly when we're talking about things which tend to be very insubstantial by their nature, let's say we're talking about chi, and we can talk about it a lot, but it's all in the abstract until you actually start feeling something that kind of, hey, this feels kind of like what we've been talking about. And then you're able to then make it more substantial. You're able to feel it. So in our Tai Chi, what we want to do is to be able to imagine what else is possible in our form or in our practice. And that's true of any internal art. You need to be able to imagine that so that you can take it to deeper levels of insubstantiality and at the same time make that more substantial. So it's a process where we are claiming our creative powers. We are creating substantiality out of the insubstantial, and which is kind of cool. And so whenever we start talking about things like, say, the elements, the five elements of Tai Chi, of Chinese medicine. We have water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. And each of those has qualities which are, to some degree, unfamiliar to the Western mind, because it's not the way we think. We're more earth, water, fire, air, ether kind of model that's built into Western philosophy. And so it takes some ramping up in order to be able to translate these insubstantial qualities into something which are real and which are perceptible. And there are correlations that occur with these different elements with regard to the body, to your the spirit, there's weather or emotions, all kinds of things that are correlations to these things. And Master Yang Fu Kui, he talks about it. He says that he thinks of it as extra dimensional. That is, these are relationships which are not causal. They're like acausal relationships that are happening in this insubstantial realm that manifest in our physical realm. And if we think about it that way, that's pretty insubstantial. It's a little kind of woo-woo. But if we can use our imagination, we can start to bring that into being. So today I would like to do something where we are imagining the earth element, earth chi, and its correlation to the spleen, which is, and it's you have the earth, you have spleen. Its correlation in the spirit is to the E, which is the wisdom mind or the higher mind. I like to think of it actually as a superconscious mind. It's where it's the part of our awareness that is moving outside of the reactivity of the lower mind, and we're moving into something where you're able to see more clearly. But your E, YI, is that aspect of spirit that is cultivated with that, and what it heals and cultivates and develops in the body is the muscles. It actually, is when we get that earth chi and really feel that resonance with that earth energy, then it nourishes the spleen, but also nourishes the muscles as a correlation of that. It also nourishes our E, that is our ability to focus, to place an intention, to direct our awareness in a very deliberate way. So we talk about that, and we worked with that a lot, when we're doing our three pillars. We establish our earth chi, and what we open up the energy gates in the feet, in the bubbling well, so we're able to access the big chi, the yin chi of the earth. allow that to rise and merge. Well, we're going to do that, and then we're going to flip it around, and we are going to feel into the gravity, our connection with the earth, and feel that sense of dropping. So that is what Master Yang he called the sticky energy. We want to feel the stickiness that comes with this earth chi. And as you start to do that, you're imagining that the chi, instead of rising, it's actually you're coming down through the body. And we want to completely empty out our own chi, so we open up the bai hui by reaching with the crown. And so that we're having the yang chi is coming down and it's going down. We're focusing on directing the energy. We're imagining that this is pulling down, we're sucking down into the earth and connecting that. But also the energy, we can imagine that the energy is being sucked in through the hands, through the fingers, and we're getting sticky energy from from that. It's like you have vacuum cleaners there that are in your fingers, and they're kind of sucking that energy in. This is something I should teach the guys with push hands, how you can actually create this sticky energy. It's like, there's an adhesiveness that comes with it. It feels a little icky whenever you first encounter it, because it's like, there's no pressure there, but the energy is like, it's a sticky energy. And so, but when we do that, we're moving through and we're feeling the air, we're feeling the space and feeling the stickiness of that as well as we're going through our motions. That is nourishing our spleen, nourishing our muscles, and allowing for this higher connection through our our intention, through our capacity to direct our attention. And so let's stand up and explore some earth chi in some action. Begin with our 3 pillars. We're going to establish that connection there. First, we're going to fill up. We're going to first feel the 3 nails on the inside of the feet, the medial line, the heel nail, the ball of the foot, the big toenail, and feel that connection there on the medial line, centering your body. Now shift into the heel nail, and we're going to primarily be focusing on the heel nail in our exercises today. There'll be some conversation with the other nails, but for let's say 2/3 or 3/4 of the time it's going to happen, we're feeling into the yin of that heel nail. You're going to feel that yin support there. If you unlock your knees and feel yourself sinking, each breath, allow yourself to release your muscular tension and feel that attraction from the earth. And we call it gravity, but you can imagine it to be something a good deal more than that. That's a very mechanical way of expressing it. It's not wrong, but it just kind of leads us to do it. We want more of an active relationship with the earth. We want to imagine that there is this conscious awareness that comes with the earth chi that we are having a conversation with. We are conversing with that earth chi, and each time we release our muscular tension, that we're no longer pushing away, we're just relaxing and allowing the connective tissue to do the work for us, the bones and the connective tissue to create the structure, then allow us to sink down and allow that energy to rise now, coming up into your body. Feel that. Reach with the crown of your head. We're going to establish the other pole. Going to reach up with the crown of the head, tuck in your chin, and open the jade pillow gate. And this allows that yang chi of the heavens to come down through the bi-weeks. We're using our imagination to have that place at the top of the head, at the top center of the head, and that is where the yang chi of the heavens is coming down, entering the body. We assist that by reaching up at the crown of the head and open up the jade pillow gate. And then reach with the elbows and open up your shoulder joints. Point and reach with your index fingers. Go into the balls of your feet and just feel that yang amplification now. And release your qua, nice and sung. Release any muscular tension in your butt and your legs. Just feel that very dropping down now. So now we're going to imagine that the chi is coming down through the bai hui, down through your body, and exiting through your feet. And that's happening. There's still some return there, but there's mostly the direction is down through the feet. You're reaching down into the earth through the bubbling well points in the center of your feet. And with each breath, you open up that conversation with earth, with the earth chi, with that earth spirit. You're allowing your spirit, your personal spirit, your shen, to mingle with that. And doing this allows you to expand your E, your power of intention and attention, your super consciousness. Feel the chi throughout your whole body. So we're not losing anything because we're tapping into the virtually infinite resources of the yang chi of the heavens as we do this. We're directing it down and we're feeling the stickiness from our feet to the earth. You feel everything kind of getting very sung, very dense. I just want you to feel the stickiness here. We're going to go into the balls of the feet now and just reach with your wrist and very slowly extend, reach with your elbows and feel the stickiness as you move through space. Feel the stickiness of the air. And reach with the fingers, press down with the big toes. Open up your shoulder blades. Feel those 5 energy gates in your arms and in your legs. Feel the stickiness as you sink in your heels and reach down with your elbows, lift your fingers. Feel that stickiness of the air as you're moving through it. And go into the balls of your feet and reach down with the fingers. And feel the chi in your hands and your arms. Now sink back into your heels, your heel nails, and allow yourself to sink a little bit more. Feel the energy as it is reaching down through your feet and into the earth. We're using imagination here, but we're making that imagination more substantial by feeling it, by being attuned to the feeling in your hands, the feeling of contact with the earth, the feeling of sung, releasing down, letting go. Now let's do this with a movement from the Yang Fu form. It actually appears in other forms as well, but we're going to do some cloud hands without, we'll do a little stepping. So I'm going to do this facing you, and you can mirror me if you like. You want to sink into your heels. And let's just stay in the heels right now because we're going to really accentuate this yin, this sense of earth connection, and feel the stickiness as you reach up with your arm, you're reaching out. Reach down with your other arm and feel. That feeling is what creates the substantiality of our imagination. Now we're sinking into the heel and turn. And very slowly, so you're feeling that stickiness. Stickiness to the earth, stickiness. You're sucking chi in through your hands, directing it downward. You're using vacuum cleaners in your fingers, and you're sucking down. And then sink and turn. Reaching with the elbows and feel the stickiness as you do that. Very yin. Energy is coming in and down. And sink and turn. Even slower as you're going across. Feel the stickiness becoming, the air is becoming even more viscous. Step out. Turn, feel the stickiness. Step in. Just pause a moment and just feel into that. Imagine the flow increasing. It's going through you, through your hands, down through your arms, down through your body, through your feet, into the earth. And step out and feel that stickiness as the air becomes more and more viscous. And you're sucking that through. And step in, turn back to center. Open up your shoulder blades, reach out. Hands come down. You get your heels and you really feel the energy cascading down through your legs, through your feet, and into the earth. But notice that there's no lack of fullness in your body. We're tapping into the big chi. We're just directing it with our imagination, directing the flow of the chi with our imagination. Feeling that earth chi. Good. Now we're going to do the Yang Cheng Fu 13 with that same idea, same feeling of stickiness throughout the feeling of the earth chi. I'll turn my back to you so you can follow along. And so let's begin by really establishing a three pillar and feeling that earth chi predominate. There's going to be other chi is going to be there. The other elements will be represented, but we're really focusing on the earth. That's in the spotlight right now. And begin. Really slowly, if you're moving, swimming through the air, feeling that viscosity of the air, of the space as you're moving through it. And for the most part, stay with your heel nails as we're doing this, really emphasizing the yin. And reach with your wrists. Really feel the heaviness of your arms, the heaviness of your fingers. Feel the stickiness as you move through the earth or through the air. And as you reach out, direct the energy down through your feet using your imagination. And reach down. Pause a moment and eat the chi. You just feel that. Take it in. Let it nurture your spleen. Let it nurture your muscles. We're just getting started, but it's want to pause here and just feel into that. Make that conversation with the earth very alive. And bring into our cloud hands. You're still using your energy gates in your arms and your legs. I'm not going to talk much about that right now. Really want to focus on that sticky earth chi. Find yourself sinking more and more as you go through these movements. About like waves breaking over you as you move through the space. Pause a moment here. Just feel into this posture and continue. Pause here. Feel that the chi coming in through your extended arm, sucking in, moving down through your feet. Uh, Sink into that left leg. Reach out. Sink into your right leg. Sticky. Pause and feel that shape that you're in. You're offering that shape and all the energy that's associated with it to the earth and your ongoing conversation. And continue. Pause a moment here. Feel into this shape. Sucking the chi in through your hands and directing it down into the earth. Reaching with the crown and feeling that yang chi, the heavens, coming down. Very soon, feel the muscles hanging off your bones. Hmm. Open your shoulder blades. Instead of reaching out with the energy, you're pulling in and down. You really accentuate the sinking. You're in your horse stance. Feel the song. Open your back. You're reaching out, but as you reach out, you're extending out, you're sucking in, feeling the weight of your forearm being attracted by the earth. Punch. Feel the yin punch. The viscosity of the air, the space as we come through and punch. Eat the chi. Reach with your elbows, open your back. Let's suck it in. Direct it downward. Take the energy in. As you gather, yourself sinking even more, very in. And reach, open your back, reach with your elbows. Let's suck it in. Open. And everything is sinking down, down, down. In, deep breath. And throw away the chi. Empty out. Dissolve into the emptiness. Lynn, yeah.
That was so good. That that was the counterintuitive, the moment you said the yin punch the first time. I mean, I was already feeling all this energy and all of this movement and feeling it, going down. But then when you said yin punch, I was like, okay, but my mind did not go, okay, but it's not, right? My mind went, yes. And that was the most powerful, non-yang, punchy thing, coming out of me. So good. I was like, woof, thank you. So,
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
wonderful. That
the
is
counterintuitiveness of reaching out and bringing in, right? Which of course we're always doing both, poles in opposition, but the way you did it here and thinking about the bringing in the sticky energy really helped, really helped me bring that together. So thank you.
fantastic. Thank you. That's great feedback. Appreciate that. Thank you. Valerie.
Well, I second almost everything Lynn said. I found it absurdly easy to just, I mean, I tried to stay more in my heels, but what we've been doing now for months and months and months, I would be in the balls of my feet and I was so yin.
Beautiful.
Everything, it was just like, okay, on the last one with that little bit of push, it just the stuff that was coming out of my hands down. It was like, oh, I mean, I'm saying that, oh, it was so powerful. I remember we were in Sedona and Lynn and I simultaneously got what yin really meant. Do you remember that? Yeah, that was this kind of times 12. It
Well,
was,
we got what it meant, and this time we got how to make it.
yeah, yeah, and it was so, I'm just kind of floored at how easy that was for me to feel that so strongly. And it was effortless. It was just effortless
Beautiful.
because I'm not a young person.
Great. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Nick.
I, I don't know why particularly, but my fingertips, the last joint on every single finger and thumb, became their own entity in the ether with nothing connecting them
Oh.
in between them and my mind. It was like the whole body was gone, and there was just all of this, I don't know, muddy, dense. I don't know how to describe it, but it was really interesting and very felt like it could do just anything.
Wow. Waiter, I'll have what he's having. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Sharon.
Um, I literally got lost. At some point, you told us to basically to feel, and I stayed there, completely stayed there, and didn't realize that you were like several moves ahead of me. I was just lost.
Mm, that I get that I got that way too. So, but I have to keep mine really short
Yes.
because I'm driving the bus here, so I
Yeah.
can take those little moments, and that's like, oh, where am I now? Oh yeah, yeah. I feel you. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's so delicious, just feeling that, yeah, feeling that yin chi, just so nurturing and fulfilling. So, yeah, but I know what you mean. Cool. Anybody else? Scott?
I have to say, it confuses me a little because that you were talking the whole time about pulling in through your hands and everything else. Isn't the energy coming up? Isn't the earth energy down there? Kind of confused me a
Yeah,
little bit. to tell
that's
you the
right. We're
truth.
using our imagination to reverse that.
Okay.
We're using our imagination to say that, oh, instead of ascending, we're saying, no, we're going down. It's this is the lead in there with the imagination. This is what allows you to have sticky energy. You're able to reverse polarities in your body, but this is your E doing that. So what we're doing here is we're nurturing our E by creating our imaginary energy flow, which to the degree that we can feel that, it becomes substantial. We are making it substantial. It's counterintuitive, but it makes it more substantial.
I,
Good.
yeah, I certainly I'm like 10,000 degrees, so I certainly got quite a bit out of it.
You got the feeling of it.
I really want to take my clothes off right now. I'm so damn hot.
You can wait a couple of minutes on that. Richard.
Two things. Um, what I think about what Scott was just saying was that as we're used to yang being a certain thing, what we're learning now is that there's always both all the time.
Yes.
So we're starting to pay attention to what doesn't come more naturally, but to what's always there. So that's what I'm trying to think of that it's always both. It depends upon where we tap into it.
And also if we're using our E
Yes.
to direct things. So we've moved into a different level of Kung Fu here and doing this. This is where we're saying, okay, we're scrapping the rule book for the moment and saying, how about we turn this thing upside down?
Right.
And what happens then? And it's like, oh, then we're into the what else is possible category.
Yeah. We've always heard that they're both all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're starting to step over to the other side.
That's right. That's right.
But the other thing I wanted to say was that for quite some time, I've been trying to let my body carry me from one place to the next instead of lifting. I spent a few years trying to learn how to reach, not push. And now I'm trying to learn how to carry, not lift.
Beautiful, beautiful. That a worthy exercise. An important
Thank
skill.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Valerie, you had something.
Yeah. I don't know if just sitting here, the feeling, I've got my leg crossed over my other leg, and the feeling on the bottom of my foot that is not touching the ground is just so alive, just so alive. It's just feels very, very cool. And she's talking, but she's muted. And Thor's hammer. Okay, at some point it came to me because you were talking about the sticky, and it'd be like having Thor's hammer and moving in slow mo and coming into contact with someone. There's no way that they could not go with it, right? because it just of that heaviness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, that's what we're looking for here. Lynn.
Oh yeah, as soon as Valerie said that, I tried it. I'm like, yeah, there it is. There it is, the bottom of my feet. And I didn't have what Nick had. But I do still feel my fingertips are just so alive. They're just tingling,
Mm,
I mean, the whole time we did set, they were just like, and in a very different way than when you put your dragon nails
right,
out,
right.
just completely different feeling.
Little sucker pads,
Makes it a little psychopath.
like little suction cups.
He thinks
His inner gecko.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, on that note, thank you all so much. It was a whole lot of fun. And right, keep feeling that energy.
Thank you,
Okay, love
Maria.
you.
Thanks,
Thank
Maria.
you, Maria.
I love you guys.
Hi, y'all.
Love you too.